Well, there's something that I need to tell you.
What?
When Michelle lost the baby, Claire came to me and asked for my help.
What kind of help?
She wanted me to help her break up your marriage because she blames you for Michelle's miscarriage.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured that much.
Well, she was going to take that information to Michelle and try to use it to get between you.
Why didn't you tell me or Michelle about this before?
I wanted to. I should have. But Rick asked me not to. He didn't want it to hurt Michelle.
What? Wait, doesn't he know that Claire is going to hurt Michelle?
No, he thinks Claire wants to be Michelle's mother. He doesn't realize that Claire is willing to push aside anybody who gets between the two of them.
We have to prove to Michelle that Claire is capable of that. And other things, including murder.
Well, I certainly believe she's capable of it. When Michelle was a baby, Claire almost killed her. There's something you have to know. A long time ago, I was a terrible person, Michelle. I almost did something unspeakable. Okay. 20 years ago, Michelle's father, Ed, walked in on Claire when she was standing over Michelle's crib, holding a pillow over her face.
She was going to suffocate her.
Well, if Ed hadn't walked in, who knows? I think so.
Well, this makes me even more certain that Claire killed my mother.
Well, if we can't have an autopsy, then how are we going to show that?
I know that Claire had my mother cremated to cover up what she did. We just have to prove it to Michelle. I know where to start.
The minute I laid eyes on you, Michelle, I loved you. I really did. But you just weren't what I expected.
What does that mean?
You were sick. You were sick all the time. You were colicky. I tried to hold you and make you feel better, but nothing I could do would work. I mean, I'd be up all night with you and rock you, and you still were crying, and I would stay up with you at night crying with you and trying to beg you to please be quiet just so I can sleep. Just for a couple hours sleep, that's all I would want sometimes. But there was this one night, it was before this medical review, and I just lost it.
You lost it? What do you mean? Did you have a breakdown?
I don't know. My mind, it just snapped. It's all just too much for me.
So what happened?
Your father walked in, and I came out of it, thank God.
Focus on what, Claire? What was going on? What were you doing?
I was holding a pillow over your head.
Oh, my God.
Your father, he called my name, and I came out of it, thank goodness. I looked down, and Michelle, it was the worst moment of my life.
You're late, Mr. Mosher.
I'm sorry, Mr. Santos. I wasn't expecting to meet with anyone on the holiday.
Well, let's get to the point. My mother made no request to be cremated, but she was, and I want to know why.
I was given authorization.
By who? Don't lie to me. You know I can make life extremely difficult for you.
Okay, now we see that Danny is very upset here. His mother never expressed to him her wish to be cremated.
My mother never expressed it because she never wanted it. I want to know who told you to do it.
Why does everyone keep hounding me about this? First Dr. Ramsey, and now you.
Claire Ramsey talked to you about this?
I was out of the office for the holiday, but she left me about a dozen messages saying that she wanted to discuss your mother's cremation.
Good. Have you talked to her directly?
No, not yet. I always respect the family's wishes.
Then explain to me why my mother's body was burned before I was even consulted.
I'm sorry that this has upset you, but I swear, Mr. Santos, I received an order for cremation with your mother's medical. Let me see. It's all here. Is anything wrong?
I'm going to borrow this for a while.
It's not something that I can... Of course.
Thanks for your time. You can go.
Good night.
What you did was... I mean, I don't even know if there are words to describe that. And I definitely don't know if I'm ever going to be able to trust you again.
But it was a long time ago. And I know that you just want to help me now.
And I know that there are times when I'm definitely going to need your help.
Michelle, you're so... Thank you.
Well, did you find out anything? Does it prove that Claire killed your mother?
This cremation order has to be signed either by my mother or someone in the family.
Well, it looks like Carmen signed right here.
That's her name. But it's not her signature.